Hi everyone, so today I wanted to review a book called The End of Dieting by Dr. Joel Furhman. Okay, so in this book Dr. Furhman has a simple aim, which is to educate people on what foods are designed for health and longevity and which foods are not. Dr. Furhman says that thousands have finally reached the end of dieting because by eating in a nutrtitarian way, they no longer need to count calories. So the author believes in a simple equation, which is that health is equal to nutrients divided by calories. So this means that you should always be making food choices based on what kind of healthful benefits, i.e. vitamins and minerals, you will get from the food in return for the calories that it contains. When looking at food in this way, nature's foods such as beans, vegetables, whole grains and fruits win every time because they're low in calories, high in nutrients. The primary message is that you should choose foods that will help your health first and weight second. However, the message in this book is that by choosing foods that are strong on vitamins and minerals, that are low in calories, your body will be more satisfied, your cravings will slowly be put to bed, and you can expect weight loss as a consequence of eating in this new way. Therefore, the author does not advocate calorie counting, and in fact this isn't really a diet, it's again a changing of your eating habits for life, and instead he focuses on advising you on what you should eat, which are low calorie nutrient dense foods, and to eat only those kinds of foods as they are the most healthful. The author advises against believing that eating unhealthy foods in moderation is okay. Instead, he advocates complete abstinence from them. If a slip-up happens, then he advises to get right back onto the healthful plan from the very next meal you eat. This is necessary to ensure your taste buds change and you stop the craving for unhealthy foods. So, my personal opinion is that I think it's a very complete book, and actually I understand why he advises complete abstinence, because after a little while, when you forget about what these unhealthy foods taste like, you don't actually crave them anymore, because it's almost like your brain just changes to crave other things. Whereas if you're having little bits, and you're kind of denying yourself and trying to restrict how much of the unhealthy foods you eat, you do risk becoming obsessed with them, and then you'll always be at their mercy. So I think that the book encompasses almost every need and question people may have about how to eat healthfully. The book contains recipes, advice, and advice on supplementation, and the justification for why the author is offering the advice that he is, which includes reputable studies as well as his own clinical observations. The only reason I have some reservations about saying this is the best book in the world is because the author's message is that you can eat as much as you want of the healthful foods and still lose weight. For example, here are some quotes. The nutrtitarian diet lifestyle is the only dietary and nutritional program that guarantees dramatic weight loss without counting calories. By completing and sticking to the program, your BMI will fall below 22.5 and stay there for the rest of your life. Many of you have this book because you want to lose weight. I want to assure you that you will lose all the weight you want, even if diets have failed you in the past. So those are some quotes, and I'm not sure why many authors of diet and nutrition books write statements like this. I can take a guess that it might be to entice people in taking up the diet in the first place. Anyone who has been on a calorie counting diet knows that the prospect of being hungry all the time is enough to put anyone off, and you'd rather probably stay overweight than put yourself through that. So perhaps the authors write it so people give the diets a chance in the first place, or the publisher thinks it's a good way of selling the book. However, I know for myself, when I used to read these statements in books before, I really used to believe them, and basically I really did used to eat all the foods that I wanted as long as they were on the allowed foods list, and I would put on weight rather than lose weight. And I can't speak for this particular diet, but not all of the foods that it recommends are very low calories. They're not all kind of what foods that are thought to be negative calories, and therefore I would have liked some acknowledgement of that mindset that actually eat whatever you want does not mean that. It means maybe eating until you're full, eating again when you're hungry again, and I don't know, I would have liked some acknowledgement of that mindset, to say that you don't have to count calories as long as you're eating the right foods. Just eat until you're full rather than eat whatever you want all the time, which is the kind of message, as you can see from the quotes that I read out, that it's giving. Therefore, if you do follow Dr. Furhman's approach, and I think it's a very sound approach, and you think you are one of those people who might be vulnerable to take the eat as much as you want message too literally, then I would urge you to see that statement as meaning something more like, whenever you get hungry, don't feel like you have to eat tiny portions of the foods. Make sure you eat a good amount so you feel satisfied, and then stop. And don't worry, you won't have to be consumed with thoughts of when your next meal will be or how hungry you are. Just know that the next time you're hungry, you can have a second helping of the nutritious food. You no longer have to worry that you will not be able to eat when you are hungry. You no longer need to feel that you must consume everything in one go, as you will not have to go without. If I read that kind of message in a book, my anxieties would be really, really, really low, and I think that's the kind of thing that would not only make me more comfortable about taking up the diet, but it's also more likely to guarantee mine and other people's success. The author does state something acknowledging that people shouldn't binge on these foods further down the book, when he says that you shouldn't be able to feel your stomach after you've eaten. However, it is said in a separate part of the book. I'm not sure most would make that connection between his first message and his second message. The author also states that a peach is not an addictive substance, but ice cream can be, so you won't feel compelled to eat a peach in a binge-like manner. However, maybe it's just me, but I can eat fruit in a binge-like manner. I can eat 2,000 calories of food in a binge-like manner and not even feel satisfied. So if I'm in that dieting mindset, and if I don't have the ultimate question of am I still hungry, am I hungry now in my mind all the time, then I can binge on even the most healthiest foods. And the truth is that most people who pick up this book will be coming to it looking for a weight loss from a background of dieting, so there is a chance that they too will have that dieting mindset that I have, of that scarcity feeling. Unfortunately, if I eat more than my body needs, even in the most healthy calories, then I won't lose weight. So therefore, there's a risk that by not making that message explicitly clear, the book falls down in that arena. But other than that, it's a sound book, and I think it's a sound approach for you to take. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you find that helpful. I'll see you again next time. Okay, bye.